Hi, how's it going? Jasper here. I'm an indie hacker currently based in Tokyo, Japan. Before I get started, if you're new to this channel, my name is Jasper. I'm a designer by trade. I also teach people how to build apps with AI and no code. And I've been building a lot of apps. So let me quickly walk you guys through what I've been building. Some are micro apps, some are generating revenue, some are free. I'm just going to walk them through and tell you more about the apps I've been building. Maybe some are useful for you, so you can go give it a try and test it out. Let's get right into it. The first two are 3D generators. One is called trellis3d.ai. One is called hunyuan3d.ai. And they are both, they have very similar UI because the functionality is pretty much the same, except one is using the Trellis open source 3D model, and another one is using Hunyuan 2.1, which is also an open source model. And these two are revenue generating. The flow is very simple. You can either first generate a concept image, the front concept image of a 3D model that you want to generate, or you can upload your own if you already have your concept image. And I also have features for you to imagine the side views of this 3D model, but the side views are optional. And then once you're ready, you can hit generate and it will output like a 3D model for you. And you can continue to retry the generation until you're happy with the result. You can view the model's polygons as well, and then you can download the model in the end. So these two, very, very simple 3D model generators and revenue generating. The third one is called SketchUp3D.ai. So this one, it sounds 3D, but it is actually a AI render tool. So also the functionality, it's simple. You upload a sketch or a screenshot of a 3D scene. It doesn't have to be from SketchUp 3D, which is a tool that architects and interior designers use to get their 3D scenes going before you actually go do your final render, which takes a lot of time to tweak the settings and to skills to actually set it up. But sometimes they just want to quickly get a feel or get a render out, right? They don't have the time to mess around with the settings. And this is where AI comes into play. So all they have to do is upload the sketch and the screenshot, and it would turn that into a render based on your prompt. You can continue to edit the render with natural language. Once you're happy, if you want to use that render in the end, you can then upscale to 4K to 8K. It's really up to you. And you can finally download that image for your use. A very simple flow as well. This one is also revenue generating. These are the three revenue generating one. I also have another tool called koirusel.com, which is an Instagram carousel or TikTok slideshow maker generator. This one is completely free to use, but it's got a paid tier, which is a one-time payment. But what you're paying for is actually just using AI to bulk generate, and also a lot of branding options, such as using your custom font. And so this one is actually a lot of, if you're not a power user, you probably don't ever need to pay for this tool. And this was an internal tool I personally used myself, and I decided to release it as a free tool. You don't have to understand or use any design software, and basically all the configurations are there for you, and it guarantees that your carousel is gonna look good with all the configuration settings. You can really customize a lot actually without even adding your own custom font. I have a lot of font options, different placement of the font, and also different effects that you can use. So I initially did these as a tool to, I have a photography channel that I like to make mini videos to show all the photos I've taken. So I've used that as a way to also generate a short reel video as well. So the carousel and slideshows can also be outputted as an MP4 file with some video transition effect if you want to. If you are creating content for your Instagram page or TikTok page, try it out. It's free. And then I also made another tool which I was using internally. It's called TT Warm-Up. Is to warm up your TikTok account. This one is completely free and it's even open source, so you can download the code and optimize it to your liking. Because this tool is a very, very simple tool. It was really like an internal tool. All it does is using the screen share feature. So you basically do a screencast of your iPhone or Android on a desktop. And once you have that, you basically run that program, get your mouse location in, record it, and then it will start scrolling, liking, bookmarking for you. This is used to warm up TikTok accounts basically, so that you don't get shadow banned because you don't engage with the platform enough for them to push your content out. Then moving on, which is what I'm spending 85-90% of my time on, which is called Mixbash. This tool is a better UI layer and also workflow building layer for replicate pollination, file AI, Gemini endpoints. I basically consolidated all the endpoints on these platforms. If you're not familiar, these platforms are model endpoints which developers use to make wrapper apps. For example, my Trellis 3D.ai, Hunyuan 3D.ai, SketchUp 3D.ai were all built on top of one of these platforms. I was using these platforms just to test out different models because generally they're way cheaper than paying for other AI platforms because you're kind of directly going to the source without paying a very heavy markup on other AI platforms' credit system. That's why I like them, but their UI is very developer focused. So I really wanted a better UI to use them and also kind of mix them up together, try different models on different platforms, use the output of one model as an input for another model. So I basically built this UI so you can generate, view all your results in one single canvas. And this tool, it's free. All you have to do is you bring your own API keys in from those platforms. And those platforms generally charge per usage. File and replicate need you to buy credits, which is kind of nice so you won't overspend. And all the models I've put there, I've also got the pricing there. So you know how much it's going to cost per generation. So once you actually start using these platforms, you will realize how cheap they can get and also how much of a markup you're paying for other AI tools, which is okay because other AI tools definitely do offer a lot more utility on top of it. But if you just want to try out different models and just generate, definitely test it out. Try it out. I do have paid tier, but that's for building mini apps, basically chain different models together as a workflow, and also unlimited canvases and a bunch of different utility features. The paid tier is also very cheap. I'm probably going to release a detailed video on how to use this tool on this channel, so stay tuned for that. So these are all the stuff I've been building. So yeah, my name is Jasper. I also go by nomocodes on the internet, currently indie hacking in Tokyo, Japan. I will see you next time. Ciao.